people used to tell me when I started that if someone can't buy a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house with a driveway, something's wrong with the Canadian real estate market.
Yeah.
Like the
I
number
remember
of
that era.
times
I remember that era.
I heard that. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, who has a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house in Paris or London or
Yeah.
Japan or New York, or a single detached house in New York's $100
It was a
million?
unique time.
I'm just saying, like, that was a thought process back then. So, yes, there's a problem with the financialization of housing, right?
Sure.
Part of that has to do with the lending world that was created in terms of how these houses are built. In New York, they might pre-sell, but they don't really pre-sell buildings. They basically build a building on spec and they sell it over a 3 or 4 year period. They can't use deposits in the capital structure. All this
They can't. Oh, wow.
No. So you have like a construction loan that goes up to a certain value. Then you have a higher cost mezz loan, which is just a really expensive second mortgage. And then you have equity, and like that's what makes up the cost of a building. There's no gap of so like that's why you also need higher margins. There's higher risks.
So the Canadian banks were really kind of creative or aggressive or interesting in that they did that they allowed a certain percentage of a condo to be built and then
it ultimately ended up being an insurance product because they're insured and the deposits are insured. So it's like free money. The banks aren't taking any risk. The purchasers aren't taking any risk. The insurance company's underwriting what that level of risk is. And, that's how we got a world of this stuff, right? In Miami, you can do that. It's why we build condos in Miami and nowhere else in the U.S. because there's nowhere else in the U.S. where you can use purchaser deposits. So like it's just the equity return or the risk. I don't want to build an empty building.
Sure.